Right, this is the third video I've done on the Willesco D32. I bought it needing some I would say minor attention. It wasn't bad really. The main thing was it didn't have the control panel cover. Someone had sort of made up oh, there it is here. Someone had made this one up. So they must have been damaged or something. They made this themselves. It was more or less the right size, but it didn't look right at all. So what I did, I couldn't find one. I couldn't find a used one or a replacement part. So I managed to find someone sort of quite local to me that does laser cutting and laser engraving, and they come up with this, which I think's pretty good. It's not perfect, but I'm more or less happy with it. The lettering is a bit thicker than what I'd have liked, but that's the smallest they could get in terms of thickness of the wording. But I think they've done a pretty good job. It looks more original now. I'm still going to look for an original cover, but yeah, it looks much better than not having one there at all, or that, you know, that this alley one. Oh, it looks terrible. I mean, they didn't even paint it properly. It was the right size. That was the only thing we could go off with that. But yeah, so I just want to give it a bit of a steam up, because I haven't been down at this one out for a few weeks now, and I'll have to be honest, this is one of my favourite steam engines. It's such a comprehensive machine. It just seems to have everything. You've got, you know, your manometer and your pressure gauge. You've got your oiling, which I need to do that actually. I've got it warming up at the moment. I'll put some oil in there, steam oil. Some of that in. It's thick. It's cold in the garage, so the oil. I know this oil was thick anyway, but it seems to be thicker today. It's not that warm. We're in January, so not as warm as it could be. But anyway, there's a bit in there now. A little bit in there. Then I'll just warm the joints. I can hear the boiler. I can hear it warming up. It's not easy doing it one-handed. Come on, get in there. There we go. So that's the compound oil in. Yeah, so what was I saying? So yeah, I can hear it now. Got a little bit of a, yeah, so yeah, you've got your manometer. Actually, the pressure's coming up quite quick. I'll turn that down. I've got a voltage regulator here, you know, sort of reducer there, because when I first ever got this going, well, that temperature's out. I bet that would run. That'll run now. I've only just started going. That dropped back as soon as I opened that, but I can hear that condensation already. That's, yeah, I've only had that plugged in for a few minutes. There we go. That didn't take long. Slow it down. Better turn that voltage regulator down a bit. So I haven't oiled it yet. It started up quicker than what I thought. So I'm going to quickly oil it. Like to get a bit of oil in on. Yeah, like I was saying, this is one of my favourite machines. it just seems it's got everything. Water pump actually works. I've got a few machines with water pumps, but on most of them they don't work. I've got to sort of look into it. But this one, everything works. It's not one of my oldest machines, but it always straight away. Really pleased with it. Yeah, so I mean, it's got this little water pumps at the back, and that can either recirculate the water from this tank back inside, or you can turn this screw here and direct the water into the tank, so it ends up, it fills itself up. So it's as long as you keep this tank topped up. So that's one thing I think, you know. So it's a steam engine with an onboard water tank. So I might be wrong, but I don't know of any other steam engines with onboard water tank. And then you've got this tray. So the tray is for your condensation. So the condensation goes into the chimney. You can see the chimney, you can see it smoking, but yeah, it's steaming. Chimney is steaming, but the condensation collects in the bottom of the chimney. There's a little tube, and the tube runs it back to this tray. So, you know, I don't know of any other machine that's got onboard water tank and onboard condensation, twin cylinder. You know, it's even got a rev counter. I mean, let's see if I can. Oh, not working. I'll have to look into that. Well, that one's not working. Yeah, well, that's going around. The running temperature is always low. Running pressure is low. Yeah. So that does work. Basically, when the balls spin out, it's not really an accurate rev counter, but that's what the idea is. Probably want some oil in. And then it's got this drivetrain with a clutch. So this is a clutch. So that's the clutch. Move the clutch in and out. You can see there. Oh, it's doing a wheel spin. Yeah, so it's got a clutch, it's got a water pump, it's got onboard fuel tank, or water tank, it's got onboard condensation catcher. You know, it's powerful as well. Powerful engine. When I do the next one, the problem I've got on my bench is quite narrow. So, and I like to have the engine facing this way. So what I need is the transmission, which is an angle, L-shaped. At the moment, all my engine would be, if I had the toys all out, they'd be that way. I'd have to turn the whole thing sideways. So this is just a short video, really, just to show you how this came up. It's got oil on it now, but I think it came up pretty good when I didn't have anything. What's going on here? I knocked it. It's quite sensitive, that. I just knocked that while I was wiping it, and yeah, it's quite sensitive. But yeah, I think overall I was pretty pleased with what they come up with. It looks much more original. What do you think? Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's getting there. I have seen one online, but not all the sellers where I find things for sale will ship to the UK. So it's a bit of a problem, because I would have probably bid a reasonable price to get this all original. And I've seen some things go for a lot less than what I would have bid online, but they simply won't post to the UK. It's mainly the private sellers, the business sellers from any country. They always seem to ship anywhere. But the private sellers, you know, I think there must be some paperwork they have to fill in what they're not happy with. But yeah, so I'm going to say that this is one of my favourite machines. It always starts straight away. It always runs. It doesn't rattle. It's not rattly. Smooth. I don't run them fast, but it's smooth. It really is a lovely machine. Right. Can get him running real slow. Yeah, pleased with it. That probably wants a bit of oil. That keeps stopping. Thought I oiled everything, but yeah, when I got it, the manometer wasn't working, and I took it off, and it just needed cleaning out. I just sprayed it with some carburetor cleaner, anything like that, carburetor cleaner, electrical contact cleaner. It just cleaned it all out, and then I blew it out gently with the airline, not too much, just a little, just to get it dry in there, and it works fine now. I suppose the biggest thing with this when I got it was I didn't have the voltage reducer, and straight out of the box when I first plugged it in, it just boiled. It boiled and there was steam everywhere, and yeah, that weren't comfortable. I weren't happy about even trying it again, but I managed to get a voltage reducer off of Amazon, and that's done the trick. Now I could, you know, it's ticking over quite nicely now, and if I didn't have that voltage reducer, I wouldn't be able to run it this long. It'd be running. It'll be going steam everywhere, and I think that's common with look at that. Look how slow that will go. Look. Looks like the proper old steam engines you see in museums. Yeah, definitely one of my favourite machines. It's got so much. I've got so much. Yeah, this. Look at that. You can hear that noise? That's I believe it. That's the RAF, Royal Air Force. I live quite close to an RAF base, and every now and again when I'm doing a video, I get typhoons taking off a mile from my house, and they're noisy. They're noisy. You live with it in the end, but how about this? That is lovely, isn't it? Look at that, twin cylinders. Pump works, everything works. Steam comes out of the chimney. You can see it now. What a lovely machine. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. The trouble is, I've got a few machines now. You don't get time to fire them all up, but this one, I'm going away soon for a couple of weeks on vacation, and I couldn't go away without firing this up first. Anyway, that's it for now. It was really about this, how it's turned out. It wants to clean, but I think overall, from a company that had never made one of these before, I think they've done a pretty good job. So if you need something like that, it might be worth looking into the local laser cutting company, because it didn't take him long to do that. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's it for now. Cheers. One thing I'll add is what I always do with this when I've finished, I always drain it down, drain out all the water, and I always take the whistle, or the pressure gauge, not pressure gauge, but the safety valve. I always take that out. Now the reason I do that is, and I leave the tap open. The reason I do that is, years ago I used to have a boat, and whatever you did with a boat, there would always get condensation inside. But if I used to open 2 small windows, just a tiny amount, it would give enough air circulation for the boat to stay dry inside. So my theory is, if I take that the pressure valve out, safety valve, and leave the tap open after it's drained, it will give some sort of air circulation in the boiler and keep it dry inside. So I'm hoping the theory is right, but I think that does work. And then I'll do that until I need it again. When I then just tighten that up, fill it up water, bang in, and off we go again. Anyway, that's the tip. You might want to try that for your machines. Okay, cheers guys.